Everyone else fought to survive the exam. The human did something different. He made friends, and changed a species forever. The Galactic University's final survival exam was legendary for its brutality. The rules were simple. Drop cadets on planet Crash 7. Survive 30 days. Pass. Simple in theory. Devastating in practice. Commander Fellows stood before the monitoring screens, watching representatives from 12 different species struggle across the hostile world below. The Valerian candidate had activated his emergency beacon on day 2. The crystalline delegate had dissolved in unexpected acidic rain. Standard casualties. Then there was Jackson Webb. The human. "Sir," Lieutenant Zur said slowly, confusion evident in his voice, "the human is gardening." Fellows frowned. "Explain." On the main display, Jackson Webb had indeed cleared a small patch of ground. While other candidates battled venomous predators and searched desperately for water, the human had spent day 1 observing, day 2 planning, and day 3 implementing. He'd noticed the local rat-like creatures early on. Skittish, numerous, and surprisingly intelligent. Instead of hunting them like every other candidate, Jackson did something unprecedented. He fed them. Using edible plants he'd identified, Jackson established a feeding station near his shelter. The creatures, classified as scris by xenobiologists, approached cautiously at first. Jackson didn't move. 4 hours. The observers watched in disbelief. "Humans are pursuit predators," Fellows muttered. "Why isn't he hunting?" By day 7, Jackson had achieved something no survival exam candidate ever had. Allies. The scris began bringing him things. First shiny stones. Then genuinely useful items, fibers, sharp fragments, information. One particular female, whom Jackson named Scout, seemed to understand his gestures. She chirped warnings when predators approached, guided him to water sources, and reacted violently to poisonous plants, helping him avoid them. The real breakthrough came on day 15. Jackson had begun teaching Scout simple tasks. Pull rope, get food. Push lever, get food. Bring specific items, get better food. Scout's neural pathways, already complex, began forming new connections. Her offspring, constantly watching, learned even faster. "Commander," Zur said quietly, "I'm detecting unusual neural activity in the indigenous species near the human's location." Fellows leaned forward. "Unusual how?" "Their brain patterns are changing," Zur replied. "Evolving in real time." "That's impossible," Fellows snapped. "Evolution takes millennia." "Not when a species is already on the cusp," Zur said. "The scris have the genetic potential. They just needed the right environmental pressure." He gestured at the screen. "The human is providing complex problems, consistent rewards, and social learning opportunities. He's created a feedback loop of rapid cognitive development." By day 20, Scout could operate simple tools. By day 25, she'd taught 3 others. They were planning, communicating, solving problems together. Meanwhile, the other candidates were collapsing. The Corinthian had lost 2 limbs to predators. The Motherenian was starving, unable to metabolize local nutrients. Jackson Webb, however, was thriving, protected, supplied, surrounded by increasingly intelligent companions. When extraction day arrived, the examination board faced an unprecedented dilemma. Jackson hadn't just survived. He'd accidentally uplifted a species. Scout and her family now displayed proto-language, tool use, and abstract reasoning. "What do we do with them?" Zur asked. Jackson, when informed, didn't hesitate. "They helped me survive," he said simply. "They deserve protection, education, and citizenship rights." The board deliberated for 3 days. In the end, they granted the scris provisional sapient status. The first species in recorded history uplifted by accident, by a human just trying to pass an exam. Scout's descendants would later become humanity's most loyal allies, never forgetting the human who fed a hungry stranger and changed their species forever. When Jackson was called a hero, He just shrugged. I was lonely, he said. Seemed better to make friends than enemies. Perfectly human logic.